Hey guys, this is Ramino Ward, aka the original Mingler. Welcome to Mingling with Mino, where I mingle with and motivate the masses. And I am here today with one of my friends, Mr. Pop, the Prince of Pain. Okay,
How you doing?
how you doing, Mr. Pop?
How you doing? Pleasure to be here with you, Mino. We're at IMS, amazing school, doing a lot for the industry and culture, and it's a pleasure.
Thank you. And I'm just here today with my friend Pop. We're going to talk about his ventures. Pop is actually he's a rising star on the iHeart media scene. Okay, but what I really want to talk about is just his ventures as a whole, everything that he has going on, upcoming projects. Definitely take a listen to Pop Radio. Okay, on iHeart Radio. All right. So Pop, what's been going on with you today, man? What do we have to? What can we expect when we hear the name Pop in Chicago?
Well, I'm sure a lot of people that are educated on who Prince of Pain Pop is, they can relate to a person who came from, is Puerto Rican or Latino, that came from the trenches, poetic force movement, all about awareness, empowerment, education, and culture.
Oh yeah. Now, what are some of the things that kind of pique your awareness? So, like, I know that for me, I actually am a mental health professional. In addition to being a podcaster, people know me with Mingling with Mino. I'm on Apple, I'm on Spotify. But what a lot of people don't know is that I'm also a mental health advocate. I do, counseling, case management. What are some of the behind the scenes work that you do in addition to Pop Radio? I see right now, you wearing your security guard outfit. Oh, look, okay. But what a lot of people, may not realize is all of our accomplishments behind what we're wearing. So can you kind of touch on that?
Sure. So, security outfit on.
Okay.
Shout out to Legion Security.
Okay.
You have to, you got to get it. Pandemic came hard. A lot of artists had no idea what they were going to do because they had no show money. They had no real estate. They spent it all on chains and whatnot. And Pop gets it by all means necessary, man. If I got to be behind the camera, in front of the camera, doing security, doing my own events, venues, going over here to another state, to Cali, Atlanta, and do a whole radio setup, hookup for them. I do distribution, I do acting. What I do behind the scenes and what I've involved myself in has been maybe part of my success is staying positive. I myself have a nice background, so re-entry, there's not enough for that in Chicago. Programs that help young men and young sisters that are coming home from the penitentiary are culture shocked, not knowing how to use Google or understanding some of this technology. You get people that go away for 10, 15, 20 years, and the way things are set up now, technology changes so fast, so you run into a situation like that, they need help, they need assistance, they need to learn what programs can help them and deal with people who have the patience,
Yeah.
to do. I deal with, another thing I do is I won a humanitarian award for empowerment on dealing with issues with violence and dealing with high ultra risk teenagers so they do not go to the penitentiary and learn how to deal with issues of violence and colors and gangs in the neighborhood,
Yeah. And it's so interesting because, I myself, I haven't been in Chicago but for like 3 years. And, growing up, I'm actually from the South. That's what I tell a lot of my fellow minglers. Shout out to my fellow minglers who listen to Mingling with Mino, mingling with and motivating the masses. Okay. I actually tell my fellow minglers, like it's just a culture shock. You see what I'm saying? Coming up to Chicago, seeing the scene, you know what I mean? And I've been blessed to, be in the presence of you, the Prince of Pain, as well as, just other media personnel. And what I've noticed is that, just like with the people that I interact with in the media world, they're a lot like me in the sense of having that backstory. You see what I'm saying? That they come from, because when people see us, or when people listen to us via all of these media platforms, they just look at, whether it be the Prince of Pain. You know, somebody that is, you know, just wonderful in his craft, putting the music together. You see what I'm saying? And they don't, you know, think that the Prince of Pain is a jack of all trades. You see what I'm saying? A jack of other trades. And I guess my next question for you is, how can you balance all of those things, you know, in your backstory with what you're trying to do with pop radio?
So, number one, every day, you got to get up with some type of grounded type of mentality, you know. Uh, and in this world, once you have this rocking for you, then you can move on and rock something else. So I never got into like 30 million things at one time. You know, first I learned how to package poetry, how to make sure poetry went on albums and it went to iTunes, how performances could go in, or poetry, music, and spoken word could get in, get nominations in music awards. I got that done. Once I got the poetry, niche going and on a national spectrum, doing performances with DMX, doing performances with Redman, going on tour with Twista, jumping on rappers from OTF, Hypno Carlito, Cuban Link, Terror Squad, getting on their albums, just doing poetry, or on their projects doing poetry, open the door to do music. Then I could do music. Once I had that down, and the touring and the streams and the distribution and a lot of amazing deals, Intellectual Radio, iHeartRadio, told me I needed my own show. So once I started, had enough confidence and picked up enough sauce doing that, when it's in the industry, man, it all kind of works together anyways, but don't go on into doing 20,000 things until you at least got that stuff semi-packaged and right.
Right. Awesome. I mean, yeah, because I know I find myself like just doing a million and one things. Like I said, I do a podcast. I also am a mental health professional. I also go to school here at the Illinois Media School. I'm trying to shout out to the Illinois Media School. Okay. So it's just very interesting to kind of be around like-minded people that, kind of want to come up in this media industry, but are, just involved in a lot of things and may have those questions of, which one of these things is going to get me to the top? You see what I'm saying? Do you have any advice for other people that have a million and one things going on and, trying to find that right thing that's going to make them shine, and whether it be in the media world, whether it be in their community? Can you touch on that?
Sure. So my advice to everyone is, number one, never give up. You know what I mean? But number two, don't get lost in the sauce. Don't complicate yourself and defeat yourself by, in the craft or the production that you're trying to give the people. Like, just stay original. Stay original, never give up, work hard, and understand that it's not gonna happen overnight. You're not gonna blow up with just one song and that's it. You're not gonna just blow up with one TikTok video just because it went viral. Just because you went to World Star Hip Hop one time don't mean you're now a star. You're a star in the making. There's always gonna be more work for you to do. 50 cents. Some of the biggest people right now in the industry making power and things of that nature. It's work. You get $1 million, you don't want to be a millionaire no more. You want to be a billionaire. You know what I mean? So, once if you're really ambitious, you're gonna understand that this is a lifetime career, and your achievements are only you're gonna want to achieve more stuff.
Yeah. Awesome. Now, what can you say was the thing that made you pop? You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, you're on iHeartRadio with the pop radio station. Was that what made you pop, or what made you pop? You see what I'm saying? What made you the Prince of Pain?
Okay.
The type of Prince of Pain that, everybody knows. Everybody is like, oh, let me listen to him real quick, on the radio. What was that moment, if you can remember, that made you up to this point?
Okay, so for those who don't know, Pop stands for Prince of Pain. My life is, it's a little bit different than a lot of people's lives. Um, the poet, the artist is what helped me like achieve a lot. But my story, I think, really, I did 20 years incarcerated, okay? So I've been home 10 years. I've won humanitarian awards. I've been in three movies. Like I said, I've got to travel and share the stage with icons, Scarface, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Too Short, The Brat, 8-Ball and MJG. I've done shows with Dej Loaf. It was coming home, staying ambitious, understanding that the time that I did wasn't the end of my story. That I had to come out here and just change everything about myself, leave a legacy. So a lot of my poetry and drive helped me pop.
Yeah. Awesome. And I feel like, what I tell my fellow minglers is like we go through adversity. That's part of our personal growth. You see what I'm saying? Whether or not you want to be in the media, whether or not you want to, just be the president. You see what I'm saying? There's always going to be a story that you have to tell. And I thought that it was really interesting when, I had found out that you were incarcerated. But right now, again, you're a security guard.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
What
So it's really interesting to me. What happened with that? You see what I'm saying? What made you want to, I guess, like in addition to being the Prince of Pain, you know what I mean? What kind of made you? What else? You see what I'm saying? What else made you kind of stand out? You see what I'm saying in your story?
I think it was my voice and my energy. I got one of them voices. I have a different kind of explosive energy when I do deliver poetry.
Yeah.
And I think that's what really made me stand out, my delivery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Because I know, I'm pretty outspoken myself. I guess that's why I'm a podcaster, because I talk a lot. But, I definitely just love connecting with like-minded people that like to use that power of the voice. The voice is very powerful. I feel like with the voice, you can manifest things. You manifest things that haven't occurred yet. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like with you, just learning about you and your story, I feel like, it's just a story to just goes to show you, you got to manifest things to come up. You know what I mean?
And it's never over with.
Yeah.
It's never over with. You ain't never too old. You ain't never too fat. You ain't never too young. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do it because that's a lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my own iHeartRadio media platform and company. I've helped a lot of people open their own podcasts on iHeartRadio, Spotify. I've got people movie roles. I've got people to open up and do songs with maybe their favorite artists. So yeah, don't ever count yourself out. No matter how tough the situation may get, as long as you got breath, you can do it. You can make it happen.
Now, is there any like internal obstacles? Because I know that we've been talking about some of your obstacles, such as your incarceration and everything. But has there ever been any internal obstacles to meaning like has there been any bouts with like like saying I can't do this, or can you kind of elaborate on that?
Sure. Since my release or before?
I would say both.
So I mean, anybody who's ever done time, or anybody who hasn't and can just picture themselves locked up for as long as I was locked up. Of course, I had my doubts, my days of defeat, my challenges. Mental health will play a big part in prison.
Yeah.
But just like I did it there, I've adapted to the same mentality. Just knock one day out, and just focus on that day and get that day done. Stay positive and don't lose faith. I mean, I don't care. Just have some type of higher power. I don't care what religion, but have some type of faith in a higher power, and it'll get you through whatever.
Yeah. Awesome. Now, tell us more about some of the achievements, like so the awards, because I know that you said that you won a humanitarian award. What are some of the other awards, you know, whether it be related to media, or what's some of the other recognition that you can share with us today?
Sure. 2013's Best New Artist, 2013's Best Storyteller, 2016 Humanitarian for Empowerment for the DuSable Museum. I've been nominated for Best Spoken Word Album, 2014, 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
Those are awards, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, it's just amazing. Like I said, you see what I'm saying? Like you told us that you were incarcerated for 20 years, out for 10, and you're making all of these moves happen. You see what I'm saying? Like I feel like a lot of with music, whether it be hip hop, whether it be R&B, you know, country. You see what I'm saying? I feel like there's always a story that's going to be told. What types of stories do you kind of see as far as like when you're, you know, making music or putting music together? What types of stories do you see yourself incorporating into your music?
Real life, I felt a lot of pain, you know, because I think during my time of healing or making music, I was healing at the same time. And I think a lot of artists can connect with that. It's been an honor and a privilege to be able to do both at the same time and channel. And you know, I've been interviewed by some dope people who have been interested in the story, hip hop, uncensored, viral hip hop news. I was just interviewed last week by Fatherhood Podcast, which is Dream Champs DJ EFN's podcast, and Digital Manny. It's opened a lot of doors. Just a voice, you know.
Yeah, the power of the voice. I'm telling you. I mean, you know, like I said, you know, we hear the voice in music, we hear the voice in podcasts, we hear the voice everywhere. It's not just the voice of the TV show. You know what I mean? We hear multiple voices out here, especially in the third largest city, being Chicago. This is the third largest market, you know, for music, television. And so it's just so interesting. Like I said, like your story is amazing, and I commend you. You see what I'm saying? Because I feel like, you know, you are definitely one of the people that we need as far as role models with the media industry. You know, so it definitely is just very impressive just to see your acumen. You know.
Thank you.
So, what are some other advice that you can give to rising artists such as myself or such as other people here in the city of Chicago, here in the U.S.? What's some other pieces of advice that you can give to us?
There's nothing wrong with seeing something and liking it, or another artist, another podcaster's style, but be original. You know, stick to your own ideas, evolve from there, get your legalities in order, make sure that your LLC's right, make sure that whoever your distributor is legit, and you really are being distributed on time with no issues worldwide. Make sure that your publishing is together, the name of your podcast or your artist name is together. What I mean by together is you paid for it and it's covered and it's legit. Do your taxes every year. And you know, don't worry about the opinions of others. You know, trust me, you're gonna pop as long as you work hard enough, and then they're gonna wanna, oh, can I be on your show? Oh, can I do a song with you? You know, and that's just the way it is. But stay original, work hard, understand that once you're doing what you love to do anyways, you're winning anyways. So.
Right. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. And where can we find you? Okay, because look, like I said, you're on iHeartRadio, you know, so we can definitely find, you know, you on Pop Radio. But
worldwide, Pop Radio Worldwide. So for the podcasting stuff, or if you'd like to hear any of the shows, we have like 7-8 shows right now. Go to iHeartRadio, go to Pop Radio Worldwide, which stands for Putting On People Radio Worldwide. We have a website, popradioworldwide.com. Anybody interested in my story as an artist, want to see any of the movies I'm in, music videos, princeofpain.com. That's the website. Official Prince of Pain, Instagram, Pop Radio Worldwide, Instagram.
Awesome, awesome. Because, like I said, I know you, and I think I talked to you a little bit about this as well. I know that I'm interested in going onto the radio scene, because I am a podcaster, so I definitely hope that I got the voice for it, and the personality and the content. But I definitely love that we had a chance to go sit down and talk and chop it up, because I need all of the help that I can get. You know what I mean? Just like I'm sure that my fellow minglers need all the help that they can get. I know that a couple of people, they've come up to me and they've been like, hey, like it's very interesting, like you going back to school, because I have my bachelor's in psychology, but I'm trying to go back for radio. So they've been like, hey, like that's a little shift in, career choices,
Yes.
right? So I feel like my next question for you too, kind of as we're wrapping up, is, what are some other things in media that you plan on doing that you haven't done already?
That I haven't done.
That you have not done.
That I have not done. Ooh. Well, I've never done news or nothing like that. But everything on this side of the camera or that side of the camera, I've done.
Yeah.
I've done everything from holding a camera to editing to being the MC on the mic, the perform to booking. I mean, there's not really much I haven't done.
Right.
So
just, I feel like, I guess another question would be, is there any skills that you think that you have yet to develop as, because again, like I said, you have pop radio worldwide, you know what I mean? You've been on tracks, you see what I'm saying? Is there anything else that you can think of that might,
sure.
that you might need to develop to kind of be like, wow, you see what I'm saying? Like, bigger than what you are. Is there anything else that you think that you can offer?
That I could offer?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me stay with the beginning of the first part of that question.
Yeah.
I do want to learn how to maybe use switchers
Mm-hmm.
in between cameras. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
And I would like to get a little bit better with the audio engineering aspect of it.
Gotcha.
I can do a little bit, but I'm not a master at Pro Tool. I would like to be a better audio engineer.
Got you. So pretty much being, just improving on like the technical aspects.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like you got the personality, my friend.
Thank
You see what I'm saying? So, and that's kind of what I think is, a lot of our similarities is that I think that I have more of the personality, and I love the technical stuff, and that's actually what I want to improve on. I feel like that's why I'm here at the Illinois Media School, is because like in addition to the personality, I also want to just develop technically as well. Just in case like there's not a DJ, the DJ calls sick, right? You see what I'm saying? Who's gonna be there? And I feel like that's definitely what I want to do. Is there any advice that you can give me as the original mingler? Just personally?
Yes. Learn it all, just in case you have a show set up and then negative phone calls come in that their car didn't start or they can't make it, and you have to do it all. So try to learn all of it. And shout out to you for being in school and doing an amazing job. Shout out to the Illinois Media School, Tinka, campus director, Tinka Randall, that gave us the time and approval to get this interview done.
Thank you, Tinka.
Thank you, Tinka. Any young upcoming stars that would like to get their skills together, it's a very great school, very bright students. I advise for you guys to call Tinka here, Dove, Carly, and take a little tour through the school and get your media skills up. You know what I mean?
Thank you so much, my friend. Okay, so again, this has been another segment of Mingling with Mino, where I mingle with and motivate the masses. Again, I'm here with my friend, the Prince of Pain, aka Pop Radio Worldwide. Look him up on iHeartRadio. Okay, go on ahead and take a listen. All right. Thank you so much, Pop. Thank you so much, Prince of Pain. You have been a pleasure, and I hope to see you again, my friend. For more segments like this one, go ahead and follow me at Original Mingler. That's at Original Mingler on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also follow me on my YouTube channel, Mingling with Mino, in all capital letters.